And this is hard for me to say out loud, and fuck, man, it's actually hard for me to say it out loud. But podcasting for me, YouTubing for me has not been working, and the reason why it has not been working is because I have not been putting enough work into it. That's why. And it sucks to say it, it hurts to say it, but that's the fucking truth. Own up to it, right? Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the New Era Mindset. First of all, I want to state this episode here is a special one for me. And I think once you hear, or once I start talking about why this is special to me, you might understand and you might even relate to why this is special to me. And hopefully you might even get some value from this video. I think most people will. And most people will relate to this video because this is an issue that happens amongst a lot of people, I feel like, and maybe having some insight from somebody who's gonna be actually doing this right now and maybe seeing the progress or the process of it. You might be like, you know what? Maybe I should be doing things a little bit different too with what I'm working on. So stick around for this video, watch it till the end, or listen to the podcast. If you're listening to the podcast, listen to it to the end so that you can really get some value in here. And so let me get into it really quick. All right. The examples that I'm going to be using, what you're doing doesn't have to be the same thing. Okay. I want to make that clear right now. What you're doing doesn't have to be the same thing, and you will get some value still. So first of all, I'm going to be talking about that I'm doing podcasting and YouTube. Those are the two things that I'm going to be talking about in this video. Yeah, I have other things that I work on. Other projects here, especially now. I'm going to be starting to do another thing here soon. So besides that, I'm the only working person in the family, right? I'm the only working person in the family. I have a regular job. I'm a regular dude, just not realizing, but I understand that there's fucking more to this life, and I can do more. So why the hell should I settle? That's just the way I feel, right? So I'm naturally gonna try to do more, right? Especially understanding that it's possible for any fucking body to do something. So I'm gonna go for it, right? And the decision that I just made to do, I feel like I'm excited for this one. I'm excited for the decision that I just made because I feel like it's going to push me even forward, even in a better way. And I'm just pumped. I'm pumped. I really am. But anyways, so yeah, I got a regular job. My wife has a business that we are working on, right? And I help her with that sometimes too. So that also takes some time, right? And then podcasting, and then YouTube, and amongst the other social medias that I got to be taken care of and stuff, right? So all this, I do it by myself. I do all this shit by myself. And I think you that are listening, probably most of you, are going to be the same, where everything you do it yourself. You put your video, your camera, you shoot your video, you edit your video, and you post your video. And well, in my case, my audio is recorded separately from my video. So my video, I have to link them together. I have to set up camera and audio equipment because also, like, in the space that I have, I can't have it just all laying around. So it becomes a little time consuming, right? And I don't have all the time in the world. And also, I got to take care of my family too. I got to play with my kids and do other stuff and things like that, right? So it takes time. But here is what I decided to do, and it's something that brought me joy instantly too as well. So I really think it's going to help a lot of you guys, and I hope it does. I really, really do hope it does, because that's the idea with this channel. It's to help you guys either grow, develop, learn, and just find better ways of living your life and, doing amazing shit for real. So yeah. What I decided to do here is I decided to look at first of all, you have to have clarity. To do this, you have to have clarity on where you want to be in your life and what you want to do. Besides needing to have clarity for this, right? I feel that in my journey with my growth and what I have learned up until now, having clarity is one of the most valuable things that I have learned. Let me explain to you exactly, one of the one of the most one of the biggest reasons why clarity is fucking important. A lot of the times the like if people out there on the media, on the videos, and that you might be seeing on YouTube, Facebook or Instagram or whatever, a lot of the times they emphasize on like hustle, work hard, do this, go hard, work, just go, just do shit, and right. Well, what if you follow that advice? What if you do just go hard? What if you do fucking go at it? Well, if you do, and then you didn't even have clarity, 10 years from now, 15 years from now, 20 years from now, you might find yourself in a really bad spot where you're like, holy shit, I dedicated my life to going hard at this thing, and it's not really what I wanted. It's not really what makes me happy. And I know sometimes you can change your mind. It happens, right? Like maybe you start doing something and you're like, yeah, I'm clear about this. This is what I want to do. And you go at it and you fucking go hard and you end up finding yourself, like, yeah, like I succeeded at this, right? And then you realize, maybe I don't like this. Maybe I should do something else. I think that gives you a different feeling than running without clarity, because you're clear that you wanted that at the moment that you were working on it. And then like later it hit you, wait a minute. It's different. But if you're just kind of just throwing yourself at it and you're not necessarily clear about you wanting that at this specific moment, then you will be running into a life that feels unfulfilled. That's just the way it goes, right? So having clarity is one of the things that I really, really try to focus on for what I want to do in my life. And I think it's better to have clarity on where you want to go. And that's probably the best way to get there. I remember when I would, back then, I don't know why we did this, but like, well, more like, I think even you guys, this is something that I'm not trying to be rude or anything, right? But women do this a lot of the times where they tell you, I want to go somewhere. Or sometimes you're even in the car or you're just going home, leaving some place that you had to be. And maybe your wife tells you, I want to go somewhere. And so you ask her, okay, where do you want to go? I don't know. I just want to go somewhere. And then I'm like, you'll be like, well, like, I don't know. I'll just park here. No, I want to go somewhere. Okay, well, where do you go? And so you find yourself just going around in circles. Like you didn't go anywhere. You didn't get to any destination. You don't know where to go. You won't go anywhere. That's just, if you don't know what your destination is, you'll never get there. So clarity, one of the most important things I learned. But anyways, the reason why clarity is important in this, and what I'm talking to you guys about today, is not necessarily to decide what you want to do, like what your goal is, right? This is more like, okay, you have clarity on where your goal is. Now, how can you start to decide what things are more important to work on at the moment? For me, I started doing podcasting. I started doing my podcasting not too long ago. YouTube, I started a while ago, but and this is hard for me to say out loud, and fuck, man, it's actually hard for me to say it out loud. But podcasting for me, YouTubing for me has not been working, and the reason why it has not been working is because I have not been putting enough work into it. That's why, and it sucks to say it, it hurts to say it, but that's the fucking truth. Own up to it, right? Yeah, I haven't been doing enough work on it, and the reason is because of that. Because having a job, working on other things that I'm trying to work on now, freaking now adding podcasting to it and helping my wife with the business. I have the kids that also require attention. It can be very difficult, and YouTubing takes a lot more time than podcasting. So what I decided to do is I look at the numbers. First, I look at the things that I'm working on and what's my goal? Where do I want to be in my life? Cool. Identify that. Be clear about it. What things am I doing right now that take me there? And what things am I doing right now that don't necessarily take me there? Okay. From there, you can start to to point out maybe things that you can probably either throw aside or slow down on, right? In my case, what I did is I decided to slow down on YouTube, not necessarily quit YouTube. I'm not quitting YouTube, but I'm going to slow down on YouTube. And when I say slow down, I don't mean like I'm going to purposely just slow down and not post and just post every now and then. No. What I mean is when I find myself with enough time to set up for my video and shit like that, I will set up for my video and set up for podcasting. But I will set up for podcasting for sure every single time where I'm scheduled to drop an episode, right? So that, well, obviously I drop the episode a different day than I record it. But when I'm set to record, I will record a podcast episode. If I get a chance to do the video part, then I'll do the video part too. But video won't be, or more like video on YouTube won't necessarily be a priority of mine anymore. Podcasting is going to be the main priority. The reason or how I went about deciding this is like this, and this is key. This is important right now. What I'm going to tell you guys, this is important, right? Because analyzing or looking at the numbers of these two things, maybe you can realize, okay, look at your shit, look at the stuff that you got going on. What is the best way to go about it? And hopefully this gives you more clarity on that. So what I'm going to do with my shit, or what I did to come to the conclusion that podcasting is probably going to be better for me, is that you look at the numbers, you look at go to your specs, right? You go to how many people are uploading on YouTube, how many people are watching YouTube, how many people are uploading on podcasting, right? How many people are podcasting and how many people are listening to podcasts. Based on those numbers, I said, well, fuck, like, YouTube has a lot of competition. I'm going to be honest. It has a lot of competition, and not that I feel like I'm not watchable or that I can't compete. Like, no. That's not the thing. But YouTube takes so much time from me. And because I try to prioritize video in a sense, right? Because if I don't put the video out, I don't put the audio, the podcast out either. What I decided is podcast is my main thing and YouTube is going to be a secondary thing. Podcast will always be out. YouTube sometimes might not. And some people might shit on me, or some people might be like, no, you should just be doing both, bro, like whatever. Yeah. No, listen. I will be doing both consistently at one point, right? But I feel like just throwing myself into a bunch of things all at once might not be the best way to go about it. And I think it can be the same way for many people. Like, not everybody works the same way, right? But I figured that if I start doing it like this, eventually I'll adjust to, naturally, I'll adjust to throwing video all the time, just like podcasting. But for now, podcasting is better. So I will do that more, and then I'll get better at the things that I'm doing. I'll get better at video editing. I'll get better at, being more efficient with my time when it comes to podcasting and when it comes to editing on or making my videos and stuff like that. I'll adjust. It's natural. We're fucking humans, people. Like, we adjust. This is just, it's not saying I'm not going to do both. It's more like saying I'm trying to find a different way to adjust to my new working routine, to my new working, to my new way of working, all the shit that I got going on. So it's different. It's different than the normal stuff that I do. So there's always, sometimes it takes a different way of doing things so you can adjust. And that's okay. I don't see what is wrong with that at all. If you got shit going on, if you got a bunch of stuff going on right now, excuse me, if you got a bunch of stuff going on right now and you're not seeing growth and you're like, I don't know why, I'm trying and this and that. Well, maybe try to look at your end goal. Focus on your end goal. What are the things that you are doing, all of them working towards that goal? If so, which one is has less attention, or which one gives you more, which one moves you more forward towards the thing that you're trying to accomplish, right? if one of the things moves you forward to the thing that you're trying to accomplish, more to your goal, to your dreams, or whatever, right? Then I would say focus on that. Make that your priority. Put the other one like in the back burner type of thing, and like still have it in mind and still try, and just know that when you get a chance, you will do it, and that you want to do it, and do your best to adjust to doing both at once, right? But if maybe going with this method, going about it this way helps you adjust to, so that you right now do only focus more on one thing, right? Maybe by doing this method, you as well will adjust to doing more work. And eventually, you will probably even have somebody helping you with, like me, for example, with my shit. Like, I need help. And eventually I will have help. I will have somebody maybe doing the video side of things, because that's the thing that takes the most time. And that way I have more time to focus on other stuff and just keep growing, right? But for now, it's a one-man team. And I'm sure that many of you out there are probably a one-man team. You can cut back on some of the stuff and focus, so that you don't necessarily are losing any traction towards your goal. You just focus more on the thing that helps you more get to your goal. That way, that would make up for not focusing so much on the other thing that doesn't necessarily help you as much, right? At least that's the way I see it. And if this is something that connects with you, fucking awesome, man. But yeah, so that is it for this episode, guys. I hope you did find value in this. I hope you liked it. If you did, rate this podcast. That way I can start to grow, and hopefully we can, impact more and more people. And if you have somebody that you think this podcast will be helpful to, definitely share this episode with them. I would really appreciate that, me, myself. And I feel like if I'm able to impact people with this, that's just amazing. To me, that's just it's beautiful. So yeah, we're gonna continue to do this, and we're gonna be more consistent with this now. I can't fucking wait, man. Oh, one way that if you want to figure out a way to know what thing to do or the other, right, when it comes to like either what things should you cut out, or what things should you not necessarily cut out but slow down on, or maybe even your goal, finding clarity in your goal, right? Because I've learned to have more clarity in what I want in my life. One way to do it, right, is like you close your eyes, you picture where you want to be in your, what your goal is. So maybe if your goal is 10 years from now, 15 years from now, you're going to be doing something. Picture yourself doing that specific thing that, 10 years from now or 15 years from now, and really, really pay attention to how that thought makes you feel. Try to really visualize it and really pay attention to how that thought makes you feel. Okay? Then look at the other thing. The two things that you're debating on, or the 3 things, 4 things, whatever it is, how many things that you have that you're debating on, which you should strive for, right? Look at those other things the same way. Visualize them and try to really feel how that other thing makes you feel. Really focus on what thing gives you more excitement, what thing gives you more fulfillment, what thing gives you more joy, what thing makes you feel better overall. If one of those things really stands out, chances are that's the thing that you should probably pursue. That's probably the thing that would give you the most happiness in the end, right? So that is just one way that I feel like helps a lot with figuring out what you want to do, right? And as far as figuring out what things to slow down on and that kind of stuff, work things around. Try to, just in your head, right? Work things around. Okay, if I do this, I think I'll be able to work with it. I think I'll be able to have more time. I'll do it. I'll feel better. And try to really pay attention to your feelings. Your feelings can really tell you a lot about, which way to go about things. How do you feel? Your gut feeling, how do you feel inside when you think of those things? It really helps. So just a quick little tip there for you. I'll leave you guys with that then. I love you all. Take care. I'll see you guys on the next one. And that'll be it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you did enjoy it, you should probably subscribe and also hit that bell to make sure you get notified whenever we upload another video. And one more thing before you go, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. Links are on the description below. See you guys on the next one.